So today, in October of 2019, I came to a realization, and I was sitting in a group coaching experience where I was sitting with some very powerful coaches in a 1 day mastermind. I'd known this group of people for a couple of months now, and I had joined that mastermind with a specific intention of learning how to lead a movement. I came in back in 2019. I'm like, I want to be here to learn to lead a movement. And we were sitting in that circle, and I had gotten some feedback from the leader who was coaching everyone. And his feedback was, uh, Nemo, the way that you talk is too abstract. I'm not able to understand really what you're trying to get across. And I remember being in that moment, hearing that feedback, and just actually being quite upset and angry, because I was sitting in a circle where I'm like, there are people here who, there are people in this community that do tarot card readings and can like talk about chakras and are shamans and can speak to all these things, and yet you can't understand me. Like, I don't understand because I can understand all of y'all, and this stuff is not the easiest thing to understand. Like, is it my fault that you're not working hard enough? And that was the feeling I was feeling. And I was encouraged then uh, by the leader to, he's like, well, just bring in more emotion. Like, let us know what you're actually feeling as you're telling us these stories. And I remember thinking to myself, you want to know emotion? Here we go. And I shared this story, and the story that I'll share, the story was the story of belonging for me. The moment um, that I had felt like I had accomplished something, and the people in my life were like, "Can you believe that out of all of us, Niyama is the one who got into that space, who got that achievement?" What's interesting for me was, after I said it, the person to my left came and had a response, and her response was, "I have to say this. You have this beautiful name, Niyama, and you're going around using this name Nemo, which literally in Latin means no one. Why are you not using the powerful name that your parents gave you?" And I remember hearing this and immediately dismissing it. It was one of those thanks but no thanks. I'm good. I know that I am Nemo. I know who I am. And right afterwards, a gentleman came and he said, "I'm going to sit at the edge of my seat right now, and I'm going to share something with you because you need to hear this. I'm going to speak and I'm going to project this." And he said, "Nemo, you do not need to make anyone else feel safe. You are a big, black, bold, beautiful man. And when you're that, we understand you, and you're clear, and you make sense. But when you are being velvety uh, and all around white, then we lose something. It's because we can't trust. We don't know what's there. We don't know who you are. We were missing something meaningful. So just know this, like, if you are being you, we understand that. And it's not your job to keep anyone else safe." Now, that for me led to a transformation within me, because I didn't realize that I had, up until that point, the way that I was showing up in the world was to create safety for others. The smile, the openness, even the joy and the jolliness was all around creating safety for others. Why? Because in making things safe for others, I was actually protecting myself. As a black man, if I felt that they didn't really see me as a person, then my life, it became a life or death situation. My physical life could be at risk, but also my livelihood could be at risk. An opportunity, a job, or whatever it is, could all just go away. And that day shifted the way that I looked at myself, and actually just the way that I continue to show up in the world, from the standpoint of actually realizing that I I'm making the world too safe for people. It's like it's not needed. That extra work isn't needed. That's the day that I changed my name to Niyama. But where most people don't know is this other part here, and I'm putting a smile on my face because when that person finished that statement, there was another person in the circle, 2 seats from me, that put her hands together and said, "Thank the Lord." Just clapped it, looked up the air and said, "Thank the Lord." It's like, finally, someone has said to this man. Someone has said the truth to this man. And I remember it took me, it felt like an hour after he delivered that for me to be able to speak again. The next thing I said is, "I'm now showing up. Nemo's retired. Niyama is now here." And I went to talk to that person who said, "Thank the Lord," shortly afterwards. And she's like, "I get you now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, you're new to this. You just became a Black man 4 years ago. And it was like, and it was actually that extra step right there, that element of recognizing that, oh, wait, I am new to being a Black person. Like, this is a new thing for me. That ended up shifting the entire way that I started seeing my world, and started to give me some space to say, okay, now that I'm here in this space, what does that actually mean for me? So I'll stop my story there. That's what I felt I needed to share here, and to really be in this space. Thank you all.
It's the World Joy Movement. Yeah. What was your greatest insight from this conversation? And if you want to come and be a part of a conversation like this live, it's really simple. Just go to beworldjoy.com and come introduce yourself, and let's take the conversation to the next level, because you're there now. All right, let's play.